Welcome back, everybody. This is going to be our Algebra 2 Linear Functions Lesson number 6, Linear Piecewise Functions Home Review, Part 4. And we're on question number 4. So here we see step functions are piecewise functions are constants. And so in this case, this one here, and the little horizontal lines over each part of their domains. We'll be graphing the following step function. And so when we graph step functions, there are a couple of things we want to keep in mind. We're gonna not graph all these lines across the entire graph, but only parts of domains. And so I have a couple of little steps we can kind of take a look at when graphing. So graphing a piecewise function, one of the first things I say is find the coordinates of each endpoint of the domain interval. Determine if these points are open or closed. The point is open if we see the symbol less than being used for that number, while the point is closed if we see the symbol less than or equal to being used for that number. Then we plot the points and draw the lines, segments, or rays. Okay? So we're going to use this whole idea step by step to graph our piecewise function. And this is true for step functions or any other piecewise functions you have to graph. All right, so let's go back to our problem number 4. And so we're going to see in this case, I'll move this up a little bit here. And so we take a look at the endpoints. And so our endpoints here for our first one will be x equals 0. So we have 0, comma, -2 as one endpoint. And we have endpoint here 3. We have 3, comma, -2 as an endpoint. But now we must determine whether or not these endpoints are going to be open or closed. And so now we take a look. In this case, the less than or equal to symbol is with the 0. So 0, comma, -2 will be closed because we're including that point. While we see the less than symbol for 3, which means we're not equal to that coordinate, and so that will be an open point. Now, we're going to graph this one here for now, all right, just to take a look. And so, all right, so let's take a look here at 0, comma, -2. So 0, comma, -2 is right over here. All right, just kind of hopefully make a big dot here. And that's closed. And then we go to 3, comma, -2. So, but we'll have an open circle, this one here. Now we connect the 2 points with a line segment. And there you go. That's our first part. Now let's continue with the other ones. Okay, so we'll go on to our next interval. Here we see x equals 3. And so when this time for this part of the function, when x equals 3, the y value is to be 3. So we have coordinate 3, comma, 3. We also have x equals 5 as the other endpoint. So here we have 5, and the y value is 3, so 5, comma, 3. And again, we take a look at our symbols here. For this 3 is less than or equal to, which means we can have a closed point, which means that point will be included. However, we take a look at symbol at this one less than 5. For 5, comma, 3, that will be an open point. Okay, so now we're going to graph this. We go to 3, comma, 3, so x equals 3. We go up 1, 2, 3, and we plot that point. Make a solid dot. Then we go to 5, comma, 3. Here we go. X is 5, y is 3, and we make an open circle. And again, we will connect these with a line segment. Okay. All right, we continue on for the third part of our piecewise function. And so now we have, oops, there you go, x equals 5, the y value is 7, so I have 5, comma, 7. And the other endpoint is 10, So when x equals 10, the y value is 7. Again, we look at the symbols. Less than or equal to means in this case, this 0.5 comma 7 is closed. And 10 comma 7 is, we see the symbol is going to be less than, and therefore we say this is going to be open. And we plot this point here. We'll plot the first point, 5 comma 7, so x equals 5. Go up all the way to 7. Okay. Hopefully, oops, that's it's not a bad looking dot, but I cleaned it up a little bit here, just a little bit. There you go. And of course, now we're going to 10 comma 7. And 10 comma 7 is right here, open circle. All right, connecting these with a line segment here. Okay, and now almost done with the step function. All we got to do now is graph the last part, our last part here. And our last part has at the x value is 10. 10. So we now have 10. And the matching y value is 5. And the last endpoint here is going to be x equals 12. Again, the y value is 5. We take a look at these little symbols here. And both of them happen to be equal to, less than equal to, which means both of these endpoints will be closed. Closed and closed. Now, do you have to write this out? I do, just so that I remind myself and to keep, just keep track of everything. It seems like a lot of stuff going on in this problem. And so we want to make sure that we get this correct. Okay, so it doesn't hurt to label everything, and also gives the reader, who the grader, the idea that you know what you're doing. That you're like, okay, yeah, definitely I know which was open, which was closed. So plot 10 comma 5, and that's closed, and go to 12 comma 5, and that'll be closed as well. Connect it with the line segment, and there we go. All right, and that's the end of question number 4. I'll put this full screen here so you guys can see everything. All right. And so everything is based upon finding using the endpoints of each interval and finding the points in this case, using the x values and plugging into the function. In this case, piecewise function was nice because this one was nice because step function that they gave us the matching y values. You also determine if those endpoints were going to be open or closed, plot them, and after you plot them, we're going to, in this case, connect the points with, in this case, with our line segments. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. This is the end of our 4th video for our homework review. I hope you guys found it helpful. If you did find it helpful, please give it a like. Really appreciate it and all. Any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. I appreciate that and all. And of course, definitely get a chance to watch the first 3 if you have not done so already. It seems like doing a video for each of these questions. There's 5 of them. So next video will be our last video for this lesson. For the homework number review. In this case, for lesson 6 of our linear function units. All right. If you have not subscribed already, please subscribe to the channel, and of course turn notifications, because I get to do these videos at all times of the day. I try to make sure that you guys get to see them as soon as they are released. All right. Thanks so much for watching. Take care and be safe. See you in our next video.